There's danger around this peninsula, and it's not just North Korea that's to blame. The supposedly ironclad alliance between South Korea and the US continues to unravel. The latest development comes after a renewed threat that the US may cut the number of its troops in Korea from 28,500 amid a drawn-out stalemate over military cost sharing. Last Friday, the Wall Street Journal reported that the Pentagon had offered options to the White House to lower troop levels in South Korea. And we should take the possibility seriously. President Donald Trump is not budging, not least in this election year, insisting again in a tweet yesterday that he's making so-called allies pay tens of billions of dollars in delinquent military costs. There are concerns that the US could be using the presence and role of US forces Korea as a bargaining chip in cost-sharing negotiations. US Defense Secretary Mark Esper insisted this week that he hasn't issued an order to withdraw forces from Korea, but could push for greater strategic flexibility. And that could increase the chances of USFK's troops being mobilized for missions in other parts of the world, effectively weakening its role in keeping North Korea at bay that it's been performing since the 1950s in the wake of the Korean War. USFK even still holds wartime operational control of South Korean forces, for now. The US negotiation position was made clearer by more comments this week from Deputy Secretary of State Stephen Biegun, who said he'd support a substantial troop presence in South Korea if the two sides can renew their cost-sharing agreement, which expired at the end of 2019. The US has rejected South Korea's offer of a 13% increase in its contribution, reportedly holding out for 50% more than what Seoul paid last year. Such is their stalemate that even the US decision to furlough thousands of Korean USFK personnel in April didn't lead to a breakthrough, and Trump's order last month to cut forces in Germany has further sharpened the mood. Considering the close language they normally use, we should be alarmed by Biegun's admission that they need to rejuvenate the alliance. A Pentagon spokesperson also noted the benefits of more US military unpredictability through strategic flexibility, but that still relies on friendly allies, and Washington appears to be gambling not only with South Korean interests, but also its own values in a growing standoff with China.